Well, oh my, what's this? Chris is doing a very late night stream. It's true. I was going to do Monsieur Nouvellet's quest, which is the remains of the past day. I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna do it, and I figure, hey, what if I streamed it? And so that's what I'm doing.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neurvalette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neverlet, Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective? Huh?
I can introduce you to some detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are. But I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
Planning on not using anyone else's help, huh? Well, we're here, so I hope you're ready to throw that plan out the window.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
And so the Melusines skipped away because they have
Judging from Sidine's
only the
reaction,
ability
it
to
must
skip.
be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Okay, that turned dark quicker than I
All
thought.
Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent.
Yeah, whirlpool, because it's the Water
It has
Kingdom.
already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Oh god, Paimon has a good
Based
point.
on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions.
Here's a brief treatise on the entirety of Fontaine's political machinations.
However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Another good
I
point.
understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
The Hydro Dragon Sovereign, yes.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider. A fish out of water.
It's another water metaphor for Fontaine. Anyway, if you put it that way, we're also outsiders to Fontaine. No duh, traveler, we're outsiders to Fontaine. We travel around the world. We're like vagrants.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Professionals. Yes.
I'm starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done.
Nuveic writes a
Let
note
us
to
go.
Farina and puts it on his
We
desk.
should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
And so the quest starts proper.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh.
Narrator voice. He did not change it in most situations. I also interrupted Paimon, which I'm sure we're all fine with when it comes down to it. Alright, time to go meet Kiara. And as a VTuber, I have no association with that name whatsoever. You know, there's probably a teleport point right next to it, but why not just glide through the city, right? It's cool looking, yeah, literally one there. But that's fine. What's wrong with wanting a little view for a while?
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
This Melusina's pink hair and is cute.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
Oh my god, how are you
But
alive?
Zidane told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind?
Ah!
Did you think of something?
No!
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We
Are they
can't rule
concealing
out
their
that
identity
possibility.
on purpose?
Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon?
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
What have we
We'll take you to
unleashed?
Alon's place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
How are you a police officer investigating things if you can't remember your age?
That was more than 400 years ago.
Oh,
Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
okay, that's more fair.
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
No, you were talking literally the entire time. What a strange angle we're at.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're protecting
Did you run
Kiara.
into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That easy,
That
huh?
was quick. What were you inspecting?
Damn it, stop being in my head,
I took a look
Paimon.
around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see the residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Well, I hope there's tail holes in all the pants.
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
I think there's someone
Is
over
there really
there.
someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Am I actually going to sneak over, or am I going to sprint over at full speed, because I think it's gonna be that.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Hi, Charlotte.
Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
It's up and intentionally giving her new news stories,
Threat letter?
Paimon.
What threat letter?
What are you doing
this
here?
is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay,
It's
I'll be
because it
straight with
is.
you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nouvelette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Hello, Iris Becker. I don't think he'd agree, Charlotte.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation, which is why I'm telling everyone about it. Good times. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Iris.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Come to think of it, I don't think I ever, gave her the information on the Warden of the Fortress of Meripede from last time. So I kind of feel bad for her a little.
Alright then.
Okay. So, we'll just...
What? Someone's targeting a cute little melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
So, have you kept our secret mission a secret? Yeah, I only told it to a reporter.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara.
I did make my
last
model
month, in
by
fact.
myself,
It was well
if you
received
count
by our
making one
readers,
in,
so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her.
Feroid Studio, making it myself.
I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
Yeah,
People
why?
care a great deal about Monsieur Nouvelette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves melazines. So, anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
And I guess I'll go back and check on Kiara. Upgrade my channel?
What
I
do
mean,
you
I'm
think?
trying to become an
The
affiliate,
design
but,
looks pretty good, huh?
takes a while.
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nouvelette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases.
Cloran's hat is amazing. Well, thank you very much, Iris. I appreciate
I
the
happen to have
sentiment.
some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Nervalite sure is lucky to have someone like you.
I would make a joke
this
here
to me.
about how her clothes
You
get
should go
worn,
meet up
but
with
I'm
Nouvelette.
not going to.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands.
And now we go find Nivette, who's in the Palace Memorial. I'm just probably gonna go ahead and pop over to. I appreciate the hustle, Iris. Although I try to I try to make my own 3D assets in Blender. I'm like, you know, an amateur artist. Very amateur. I show off my hats, but
More speed.
I'm, you know, playing the game. Hey, Niviette. How'd it
you're
going?
back. Is everything all right?
Yeah, we just left the person who we were supposed to be, you know, protecting alone.
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
I mean, I guess, yes, the champion duelist Enola Fontaine is also looking after her.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
But that makes my joke less funny.
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Do you do any reading at all,
Don't
Paimon?
worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
I have a feeling I'll find exactly what I need after 3 clicks. Oh no, it's gonna be 5 clicks. This is terrible. Spina di Rolusa. Callas, boss of the Spina di Rolusa, was defeated in the duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Udex Nuveat reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. Yeah, I remember that. Bribery case. There's been a severe bribery scandal within the Guards. Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case, and all suspects involved have been arrested. Suspects have confessed to their crimes. Sounds rather open and shut. The defendant, Rosley, has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Udex Nuveat. Rosley will be exiled to the fortress of Meripede, where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Nuveat remained silent for a long time. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Marché Fantôme on certain public events. Based on the research, they believe that the Melusines can enhance the popularity of the events. Marché Fantôme has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the Melusines from participating in such activities. I hope they collate this, because I'm not paying that much attention. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the Guards and the Marchus Fantôme. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for the list of names, and that's when I fell asleep.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there are so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
Well, he's been at this for a few hundred years, so I imagine a lot.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
Oh, you think
That
so?
might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
Yeah, we were at 5 out of the hundreds of thousands of
All right.
documents, so I guess
Let us take a break then.
I'd say we're good. Let's just kick back, have some tea. Scintillating.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
Oh no. I sense an incoming Paimon suggestion that is extremely ill-advised.
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Yeah, all of those 5 documents.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you!
It's thirsty work.
Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Well, obviously that can't be the case now that you said it.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc.
I'm guessing he'll bring, like, orange juice or something.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
It is water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
But it's Fontaine
So
water.
it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Teyvat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
They're just water.
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid.
Mouthfeel of water. Yes, I see.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Tastes like water.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway?
I knew it's the guy who gets a glass of water and is like, oh, I want bottled water and not tap water. And then they fill the cup with tap water, and then he's like, ah, you can really taste the difference.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence.
Ooh, did the music quiet because this is going to get dramatic or because time
In
passed?
essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Is there anyone else who can answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
Well, I'll just visit him
True.
for you.
Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Man, remember when we were investigating a threatening letter?
Have
I
you
don't.
made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
Yeah, after 5 documents, we're just, oh god, losing our grip on reality.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of
That's
Lucine?
right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
I mean, why didn't Paimon think of that? To be fair, you know, trying to tap into the collected emotions of all of Fontaine, it feels like a bit of a long shot. If I'm gonna be frank, it's not like the first thing I would go to either. It's like, yeah, why don't we, you know, maybe check some police
Monsieur
records?
Neuvillette?
Huh? Oh, hello, sir.
I probably shouldn't disturb them. I wonder what's going on.
I guess we can't. I guess we can't be like, no, disturb us. Now that you have had a
Looks
voice
like
acting
we got
line.
lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next?
Oh, just jump right in.
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you... Oh, it's glowing!
Flashbang! As the Fountain of Lucine lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. Sounds like we're in another spot. Okay. What just happened? Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Strange. Everything's sepia-toned. And for some reason, I can only walk down this particular hallway. And I've lost the ability to dash or and attack. Strange. Very strange indeed. Oh, it's the dead
Thank
Melusine.
you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Maréchaussée.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence. or what I'm capable of contributing to this world.
A lot of existentialism in this
For
quest.
almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did?
Yeah, just become the Chief Justice of Fontaine.
The truth
Easy.
is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to murder whoever did that now.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome.
Yeah, but I have to murder anyone who hurts the Wooby, so...
Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
I hope Neuvillette doesn't mind us apparently getting to peek into his memories.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol. A Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Is she in a guard uniform already?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
I am a guard.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Yeah, just like in my mystery
Go away.
novels.
Quit acting innocent.
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
I'm the detective figuring out something very special that no one else could figure out. I'm definitely not the asshole.
We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Okay, we're laying it on a little thick now,
You
game.
heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. why won't anyone believe us?
Why would anybody have problems with Melusines? They're basically walking stuffed animals. I want to hug every one of them.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
It's a very encouraging
Monsieur
Vautrin.
Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Once again, I recognize that voice actor. I don't know his name, but I do recognize the voice.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
It's one small step for Melusines, 'cause they have short legs.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Yeah, Vautrin, don't be a blockhead.
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in.
Oh my god.
Please be on your guard for the next few days.
You two stop being
Yes, sir.
buzzkills.
Okay, got it.
I know Carol's about to, like, either be killed or commit suicide, but seriously, bringing down the vibe.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
This is a flawless plan. We're just going to murder somebody and frame someone else.
I guess you're right.
Easy.
Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
No way this can backfire. With our powers combined, we're the big bad evil guys.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
Nick. I appreciate the sub story, but also you're laying it on real thick. Can't help
The
but
results
say
of
it.
the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform.
Well, those are very vague.
They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carol chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carol might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
Yeah, that's why he told you to not release any information.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
And that's how he became a serial killer. I mean, I like the attempt at drama, but like, man, just
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Oh my god, his killings backfired. How could
Apparently,
this be?
he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol, and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
A raucous commotion gradually begins to rise in the opera house.
For a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right! This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Pretty easily, because he is guilty of the murders.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervillet, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent.
No.
Why can't you just let me off?
This word, innocent, I don't think it means what you think it means.
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
You want the Chief Justice to condone vigilante killings from a police officer, and you can't understand why he doesn't want that.
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Again, they're laying it on just a little thick.
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over, due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Just fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
Yeah, apart from those times I blacked out into a white void and saw visions of
It is
people.
as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But
Probably
I
not
rarely
as
ever
awesome
do
as it
anything like
sounds.
this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
When you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine, when you declared Vautrin guilty. I mean, both of them, yeah.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
God,
Then let us
keep
get back
up.
to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here?
It's Navia!
I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
It's Best Claymore Girl.
Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case.
Navia, you're as awesome as your hat house.
So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
Well, I guess I can't blame Paimon for it.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta.
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
Oh, you know, probably the perpetrators will just try to accelerate their scheme because they know that they're being caught on.
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
Or that.
What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines.
You know, they keep talking about the old regime, but, like, we have absolutely zero details on it, and it just feels like they just kind of threw it together.
I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Maybe I haven't read enough of the lore, but I feel like I shouldn't have to do homework for the quests.
What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
I'm sure nothing
Have
actually
you heard?
happened.
Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
I'm this guy.
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
Just like you want to hurt the Whoopie, you have to go through
That's
me,
exactly
buddy.
what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
This can't cause any problems.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
The stomach growling timing was very well done.
Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you coward!
Yeah! You tell him, Syria.
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Isn't that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Marmonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
I agree that wanting to vigorously defend the Melusines is a good thing. Less so the whole stirrings of a potentially violent mob. That could really easily backfire. I hope it doesn't, but it could very easily do. Anyway, back to the Palais Memorial. I don't know. I don't remember these pronunciations. I have absolutely no memory for these sorts of things. Anyway, back to the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
There's a smiling Melusine on the cover of this report.
The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
The problem is, the person who sent the letter didn't
Yes,
sign their name.
there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia
Monsieur
about this?
Neverlet, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Why are we so suspicious of the person who was let out on good behavior? Or not let out, but like, they stopped investigating them because of good behavior? Seems like the last person, but like, I mean, I guess, because like, they're the only person that hasn't been like kept on the watch list, which, love the sound of that. That they're the only real suspect. I guess I logicked myself into it making sense. I hate it when I do that. Ominous.
We're here. Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there. Are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Okay, sure, I'm glad none of them were the suspect we were tailing, and Paimon just...
Invite them over?
Next to the Chief Justice, just waved her hand and been like, hey, who are you guys?
Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels odd.
Oh, don't worry, not everyone isn't just like super nervous or anything. Don't worry.
Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essin?
Yes, Monsieur Nervilette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico. Where is he now?
Hi, Kafiri. Thanks for lurking. Always appreciate it.
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Yeah, because we have a teleport point to it. Oh, hi. Continuing parts of this quest, some things may cause parts of the following quest to become occupied. Unfinished comedy. I mean, like, I'll do that later. It's fine. Goodness me. Alright. To the administrative era. Administrative area. Administrative era? Is that what I said? I don't know. My brain's disconnecting, apparently. Either way, to the fortress of Meripede. My brain's clearly running out of glycogen from all trying to pronounce the fake French names.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
Yeah, it's definitely not because we're with Monsieur Nouvellet.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of
Yeah, how dare he speak his mind?
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered. That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
No, Seachween.
Seachween!
Yeah, guess we just tell her. Melazine and Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal? Writhsley. Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct? Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Good old head nurse who is a Melusine, but absolutely does not look like a Melusine. Where's the... Oh god. Where's the dormitory? Teleport point. I could have... Might be actually up here, yeah. Right, it's just the second floor. It's fine.
Watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Yep, I will definitely take it slow and watch my step. And not sprint full bore towards the objective.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
What was that?
I'm Oriole, a member of the Mutual Aid Network. Is there something you need?
Just had a voice acting line, lady. That means you're somewhat important to the quest I'm doing. Better not trash Mutual Aid Networks, or I'm gonna actually be pissed.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Man, they're gonna make me thirsty.
Typical Seishwing. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by
I
earlier.
noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
familiar. Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go. You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes
That's
around
not a
here.
bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Investigate the mysterious organization. I wonder if I was supposed to, like, find more than one person and not teleport straight to them. This could be a thing that I missed.
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
This? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Okay.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
You have flyers. Help each other. Do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join the membership, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they're able, including to, but not limited to, cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It's hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meripede, face up to the crimes they've committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Yeah, we're not criminals, though I guess if we're down here, we probably are.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the
Yeah,
symbol
it's
of
'cause
the
I talked to
Mutual
you.
Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first
Medal of
president of our
Peace.
network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neverlet.
Well, that's definitely not the police officer Neverett sentenced to go to the Fortress of Meripede. But that was also like a long time ago, so feels weird.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Dominico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
The Thick Plotons. I wonder if this Dominico is like the great-great-grandson of Vautrin. Would not surprise me, but I don't know. Keep an open mind. I'm glad the plot's getting a little better now. I'm not laying it on quite as thick, and it helps that I can move around between stuff. Alright, Risley. Let's have a
Allow
chat.
me to introduce this fine gentleman, Dominico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Essin has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
He cracked under No pressure whatsoever.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return.
More is worthless in the
After
fortress.
making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial.
Oh, okay, so that was before the fortress.
But I refuse to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by
My
the way.
initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Why did you ask us to guarantee your safety, then?
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Why is the head nurse escorting prisoner? Whatever.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice.
So in a way, you're responsible for
For
the
almost
Melazine
500
stuff.
years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like that won't ever
I am
happen again.
undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate something on your own, you can do so. Even if you wish to investigate som many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now,
You're not
don't let your
gonna-
imagination run wild.
Not gonna kill him, right?
Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk.
Oh yeah, you can get drops from watching people stream Genshin Impact, huh? Yeah, and I am linked to that.
I'll have a
I am
chat with the
participating.
guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I don't know how it works on the other end.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
You don't even play the game. You know what? I understand that too.
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neverlet thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right.
Yeah, I think the game itself got like better over time. Granted, you need like a very strong resistance against gambling if you're going to
I've
play
looked
it
into
at
their
all.
founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
So it was all an act. Gosh. My my know what's happening senses may have backfired a little there.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Ooh, do I get to choose what to say?
Everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Oh my god, voice acting. Jesus Christ.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydro Dragon sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then, perhaps the line between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person.
You went through puberty, right?
These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
Just go into your pocket dimension. You know, the thing that you vanish to until I hit the pause button.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Maripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
I got a little feelings from that. Sad Dragon became Happy Dragon.
We found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Nouvelette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
Oh, Charlotte.
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
You broke Charlotte.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him? Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Just ask him literally everything. That's the best plan. I'm sure it won't annoy him in the slightest, or waste his time. He's only the Chief Justice after all. That was pretty amusing. I enjoyed seeing Charlotte's brain explode. Talk to Kiara. Oh yeah, Kiara. She's asleep. Okay. Still remaining the woobiest of woobies, I see.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
I fell asleep standing up because we haven't had any, lying down animations for Melusines yet, even though there's a couch right next to me.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's dead.
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Quest complete.
I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
Good times. Obtained the reply note. Away for personal reasons, will be back in a day. Farina's reply. Personal reasons? Oh me oh my, has our Chief Justice finally come to his senses? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You should follow my example and go out more often. You need to get to know your people better. Even if something unfortunate happens, you'll still run into lots of unique characters along the way. And what do you think? The human world isn't too bad now, is it? I channeled Farina way too easily there, I think. I'm not sure if that says more about the character or more about me. Anyway, that was a quest I wanted to do, and that worked out just fine and dandy. There's also the unfinished comedy. I think that was a quest that I could have done in the Fortress of Merope, but never actually did. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, I was planning on spending my resin in a half an hour. I don't know how long this quest will take, but maybe I will. Cannot do Reborn in the Land of Grievances, the story quest. Wait, what? Is that the one I have not picked up yet? I have the feeling that might be the one I haven't picked up yet. I have no idea. This is the first time they've actually given me this. Well, this is the first patch they've actually given me this kind of warning. Anyway, I'm sure it's fine. This quest requires a significant amount of time to complete. I wonder if half an hour is enough. Probably not. Okay, fair enough. Well, in that case, let's go do this world quest. Why not? I haven't actually explored this area basically at all. Mostly because I was, I wanted to do the story quests on stream and stuff. Oh, hi.
Press the rebuild! Hey! Shine down! Crush!
I almost forgot what it was like to fight for a second. Oh, there's no end to these stupid mecha. Oh, my lovely muscular legs are now full of these horrid welts and bruises. Thank you, friend. If it weren't for you, I'd still be taking a beating from those mecha. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Desnos, member of the Fontaine Research Institute, an assistant researcher, or so I used to be. Now I'm responsible for receiving the adventurers who come here for recruitment and conducting preliminary qualification reviews. What? They're called preliminary qualification reviews, but it's more just me checking if they're carrying all the proper documents with them. After all, some adventurers can't even get their documents right. Do I have my documents right? Probably. Hey, you're looking for adventures, huh? Yes, as you said, we've been asking the Adventurers Guild to recruit adventurers who can investigate and search the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute. After all, nearly the entire institute was destroyed in the explosion, and we don't have a lot of manpower. Killed a lot of people, but we're not going to talk about that. This violates the Institute's non-disclosure agreements and some other work regulations, of course, but technically only on paper. I think I've heard of this incident before. Oh god. Okay. One sec. If I'm going to imitate Paimon, I need water. So I'll just be like 10 seconds. Okay.
Paimon remembers. Someone named Edwin made a mistake and there was an explosion at the Institute, right?
Oh, so everyone knows, do they? Must have been some journalists from the Steambird with nothing better to do. Anyway, that's what happened, and that's where we're at now.
In other words, you were looking for people who are good at searching for things in ruins.
Yeah, we're good at that. I can see you're more confident than ordinary people, and I believe you've got good reason for that kind of confidence. Glad you're interested in the commission, but if you're really planning to take it up, I'll have to ask you to fill out some simple forms. Is this the qualification review? Yes, your comprehension and attention are excellent. Better than the ones who came before you, anyway. I hope they're not, like, dead.
Sounds like a lot of work, but we don't usually have to jump through all these hoops when we take a commission.
Well, the commission concerns confidential items within the Fontaine Research Institute. The ruins contain scholarly papers and research results that must be retrieved. These are assets of the Fontaine Research Institute, and they are the foundation for rebuilding the Institute. Indeed, the hope of the entire court of Fontaine. Only trustworthy, upright, elite adventurers may enter the ruins, and that's why you have to run a qualification review. It's also why I'm here to do the preliminary part of it.
Oh, and how many elite adventurers have you recruited so far?
Well, it's complicated. The ones I had high hopes for declined because they were in bad shape at the time. Anyway, at this point, well, alright, we have none.
Are your standards too high? How else would you end up not finding a single adventurer?
These are the rules set by Mr. Choiseul, and I can't do anything about it. In fact, I've even helped many adventurers to polish up their documents. But even so, no adventurers have passed the reviews set by Mr. Choiseul and Raimundo. Raimondo? But don't worry, you're already much better than the previous one, so your chances of passing are certainly higher. Please sit here while I get a few bottles of ink. We'll be filling out some forms.
A few bottles? Is one not enough?
Oh, based on my experience, if you didn't bring any documents, then one bottle is definitely not enough. First, one proof of adventure qualifications, one 30-day record of travel history. Actually, I'm sure the Adventurers Guild has these records. Don't worry, I'll write you an official letter and explain the situation. I'll request said documents from the guild. Thank goodness. But for the resume, you'll have to fill in your habitual residence, your contact address, your contact information, your current name, names you've used in the past, your pseudonyms and aliases that you use when you want to conceal your identity. Then you have to sign the good faith commitment, a notice of liability, a notice of obligation, and does my teapot have an address? The desk notes help you start filling out the forms. Alternating between hesitance and doubt, you use a bottle after bottle of ink. But the stack of forms also gradually shrinks. As you finish off the last form, Desnos smiles and breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, that's all the documents. Now you just need to go to the Institute itself for the final review. I was meant to be the one to take you there, but those stupid mecha injured my leg.
It's okay, just tell me where it is and we'll head on over there ourselves.
Sounds good. I'll mark the location on your map. Oh, and by the way, I suggest you head straight to the roof and talk to Mr. Knacker. The Institute sent him to work in the area, and you can go talk with him. There are lots of clockwork mecha in the nearby wild, so he's definitely going to need a formidable guard.
Wait, we haven't passed your final review yet. Why are you sending us work already?
And there's no compensation either. Oh, just hear me out. Mr. Knacker is the senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute, who once even did research under Edwin, so he's got some sway in the Institute. If you were to get along well with him and incidentally demonstrated your capabilities to him to prove your worth, then you're going to have much better chances at passing the review.
So what you're saying is we should help with this Miss Knacker and thank him for the privilege while we're at it?
Precisely. You can tell him, oh, before arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. He should be on the roof. I've still got to... my leg. Stupid mecha. Am I, like, actually an unpaid intern now? Because it feels like I'm an unpaid intern now. I'm literally risking my life for valuable work experience to get in good with the boss. I hate Fontaine suddenly. There they are. It's like, this is the roof. Said this many times, Miss Clarney. Rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You said the same thing 3 times now. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something big you're trying to hide. Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you go talk to Mr. Raimondo. What? Is he going to tell me all the things the Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his ways of beating around the bush might be more sincere. You... Anyway, Miss Choran, I have my own business to attend to. The one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Hello. Can I help you? Are you Mr. Knacker? Yes, I am. You introduce yourself to Knacker and describe the final review situation. Upon mentioning Desnos, you remember what he told you. Before formally arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first asked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Oh god, the water. I see. Thank you for applying, Miss Christie, and I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured leg. The wilds around here do pose many dangers, and having an adventurer capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to the investigations, lots of archaeum flew out of the Institute when it exploded. Will the uncontrolled archaeum radiate energy? Will contaminate the surrounding environment? Whoa! Wouldn't this entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel short of breath. That's just your imagination at work. After leaving its catalytic environment, archaeum immediately returns to an inert state. It won't radiate or contaminate anything. It's apparent that Mr. Chlorian's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Miss Christie, may I take another look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. And this lady next to you, from the Steambird, I assume? Some reporter, that's all. Indeed, that's what I am. And it's a great honor to meet you, Miss Christie. I've heard your name from my colleagues many times before. I'm Crony, a journalist for the Political Affairs section of the Steambird. If you have any time, could we arrange a time to have a chat? I just realized I said Kiara and Crony in the same stream. I feel like I'm just having, like, VTuber disassociation. And of course, Miss Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Let me see, how does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Even the Saturday could work. We could go for a cup of coffee. Or how about right now? You guys stay here and chat, and I'll go about my work duties. Well, that won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Miss Christie and Paimon. We'll have to chat another time. That's okay. We've got work to do anyway. Yeah, we need to escort Mr. Knacker first. I must stress again, I'm just an ordinary researcher now. I have no further information to give you. Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work ahead of us. Even if you go ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information from it. That won't be a problem, Mr. Knacker. All work has its own unique value, and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. Suit yourself, then. Let's get going, Christy. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to get at the Institute's executive office. Hopefully, Cognac wasn't called up for some other work. Yeah, hopefully that didn't happen, whatever relevance that has to any of this. I feel like they want me to go along the road and not teleport in front of the objective. Also, elemental skill replaced by event skill. Oh yeah, it's just literally spitting multicolored bubbles out. Okay.
Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked. You can't risk catching a cold, because it might turn into something more serious.
Very cute.
And if that happens, well, I can't go avenging my clan by picking on the sick now, can I?
I see everything.
Hello, friendos. I'm here.
Beg for mercy.
Oh, the storm's over.
Yeah.
Sort of expecting you guys to be wet so I could freeze you. Awkward.
Shudder.
Also, maybe I might be unobservant, but I noticed a distinct lack of arc nodes for the puzzles around here, so I am tempted to bring out a Fontaine character or two, so that I can poke the arc nodes without having to search for said nodes. But I'll wait till it becomes a problem. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy wrecking base a bit.
Illusion shattered.
Hello, sir. Do not chain gun me. It's rude.
Beg for mercy. Yeah. Ha.
This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Conjat. Whoa, what's that place? A building floating in the air? Paimon gets it. That must be one of the magical I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out buildings that you hear about in stories. The Fontaine Research Institute science is the finest in the world, or was this caused by the accident? It doesn't look like it was caused by the accident, but I'm going to ask that anyway. Indeed it was. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute, or should I say what was once the central laboratory. Mr. Edward Eastinghouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using archium. Initial estimates indicated that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. Guess the experiment didn't turn out so well, huh? Of course, had Mr. Edwin had not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. If only he'd left only 1/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes. Also, the heavy responsibility that belongs to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Joiselle and Raimondo. Paimon wonders just what kind of people Raimondo and Joiselle are. According to the evaluation of my peers, they're the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. So it is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choisel's talents are irreplaceable. Look, Christy, the location of your final review is the former location of the Alain Guillotin Research Institute, and now current residence of the Institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are all still in effect and can handle the final review. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind? I've heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. It's the sacred ground of the Fontainians. It's the place where Fonta was born. Refreshing Fonta. Font of refreshment. That's the Fontaine Research Institute's Academic Assembly Hall, and is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, and the turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analysis of the Institute assets show that, of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. I can't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. Oh, I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Well then, out of those with access to the institution's technical assets and the capability to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? Christy, let's keep moving. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far, so let's go. My throat actually kind of hurts. I'm gonna get another drink really quick, and you can enjoy this viewpoint of the Fontaine Institute. There we go. I also had to feed my cat. Spur of the moment stream. Was ill prepared for it, even though I did it. Document needs to be filed. This one rewritten. There's so much to do. I'm impressed they retained their work ethic when their entire institute has been reduced to ruins.
Allow me. Shine down. Hey.
Oh, careful, these clockworks are quite aggressive. Really? I couldn't tell.
Shut up.
Just gonna
More speed.
go ahead and stand in that electric thing. Just tank the damage. Because why bother dodging? I already did the puzzle in here, or I would be doing it right now. Also, there's a mecha bug and a bunch of Mora that I missed the first time. So I guess it's kind of lucky that I looked around. I still haven't explored anything around here very thoroughly. But that exploration is for later. Or now, I don't know. Kind of just killing time. Normally, I do commissions with my friend. But they're super late, so I decided I wanted to do some of the story quests while I was waiting. Which is why I'm here. I'm killing some mecha. Hello, sir.
Hold the line. There is no escape. Freeze to the core. I can
Just gonna smack you and your buddy real quick, if you don't mind.
More speed.
That was a very satisfying crit from Eula. She has become one of my favorite characters to play ever since I got her very recently. She just hits hard. And her ult doesn't scatter everything all over creation like Diluc's does. Which I find to be slightly annoying unless I need to make space. Oh, Mr. Knacker, you finally come. We've come across a little hiccup on the way, but never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you'll be subject to being struck by high-intensity Arkham energy flows. Oh, intense energy flow from the Archeum. Got it. Huh? What I just said was just... I didn't relax, sweetie. You're merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Mr. Chalmet once said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you'll write. Well, whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it only takes the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something. It always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. It's clear they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than before? Let's just deal with the survey anchor. You're right. Miss Chalmet, let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open these ports and unlock it. Christy, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmet open the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? So the review began already? You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everyone excels at different things, and the work they do they can take on also differs. And their compensation will differ as well? How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong.
Ooh, then we gotta show them our worth, Christy.
Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmay is over there. She'll explain how to operate the terminal. Just follow her instructions and unlock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. Sure. Alright, let me have it. Ah, so Mr. Necker already told me that you're here to learn how to operate the energy transfer terminal. Is that right? I've written the operating instructions down for you. Feel free to take a look at them. I'm pretty sure I know all about this. Good luck with your assessment. There has been several puzzles like this before. So I can decipher codices like this. Cipher letter 1. This is a test for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied. Considering that the energy transfer terminals and the receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine, the use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. Tailhard just loves coming up with such useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted images are a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove, and the formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is
Knights
recorded
and
below.
aristocrats share the same
The text
cultural
below has been
heritage.
removed.
But the knights had enough
Eula,
sense to do
please.
away with all the superfluous detail.
I guess I'll yoink the energy from that, swap to this camera, and shove the energy into that. The end. Oh, excellent work. The lock's been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding. Your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in these experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. What's next? Whoa! Mr. Crony, what has gotten into you? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with Arkham energy traces, and the place we're in has also been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. Should we be worried? Ugh, it tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also kind of a first-hand experience. Christy, these 2 bottles are for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. I'm fine. Let Paimon drink it.
But Paimon isn't feeling any discomfort either. Plus the medicine doesn't taste so good, right? Paimon would rather not take it.
Really? That's quite interesting. And completely at odds with the results of the applications of Arceum Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Arceum energy.
We're constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here.
Correction. You can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute staff are now working out in the open, beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird just won't let this go. Putting all this aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow, Christy. If so, you're certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on there, are you using Christy as a guinea pig without fulfilling your obligation to inform her of the risks first? It's clearly stated in Institute Abbreviation Externally Contracted Employee Agreement Appendix C41, which she signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Arceum energy flow tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contest based on the results of the said text. Who the heck reads all that? You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. But seeing as you're completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may just be the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps toward the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. Oh, thank God they're not actually going to make me stand still for 30 seconds. There's no way I could have handled that with my level of patience.
You've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? Ah, my head feels like it's gonna explode. Huh? What's wrong? Are you alright? Okay, that was good acting. You really fooled Paimon there. Sheesh. But, hey, that's a relief. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you suddenly passed out. Although we've come all this way, we can't see Knacker or the others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that.
That'd be quite handy.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us.
Christy, can you hear me?
Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud.
I can hear you. You guys feel any discomfort?
Everything's good.
Great. Please continue to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy. Then we'll be able to come in.
Be careful if you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here.
Don't worry about the radiation. It's fine. My throat hurts too much to read all this out. Anyway, yoink. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments, like it was nothing.
That's amazing. Last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor.
I'm most certain you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste.
Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. Oh, she was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. Don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Huh? Miss Crony, what are you doing here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels, about to storm in.
Leave it to me.
Look out over there!
Oh, good. We get to fight stuff. I was wondering.
Everyone hold hands!
Let's do that. Crush! Flood of frost!
Phew! Lucky Christy was here. They were probably the clockwork mecha the Institute used to monitor energy flow.
They're equipped with Arceum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're out of control, they still automatically converge here upon detecting the energy flow from Arceum.
Mr. Knacker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds?
I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable.
Oh?
If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Oh. Yes, they should be held responsible, except that they're all dead. Also, I suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Choiseul and Raimondo are the Institute's new sites, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go interview them.
Yeah, you felt so sick you could barely stand. Don't push yourself too hard.
Your health is essential. No, I can't. Interviewing Choiseul is the final step, not the beginning. So I am following Mr. Knacker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choiseul with evidence in hand. That way we won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I now personally experience this so-called harmless Arceum energy flow, no? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to cover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter, after all, and therefore I have superhuman powers. Backup medicine's nearly finished. I'll get more from the Institute later. Wait, do we have any left? Oh, a chest. Yes, please.
I can put these to good use.
Always love seeing a treasure chest around.
More speed.
I'm going to swap to my wood gathering thing. Hello, Robo-Woofer.
There is no escape.
Committed to memory.
Shut her!
I wonder if I'll run into the mission or the quest I'm doing first. We're here. This is the Mary Ann Memorial Park. Let's see if there's anything in the area. Cover Fontaine Research Institute assets. Stabilize if I'm cut.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile
Overlapping
and nod along.
stuff.
I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart.
Stabilize it
Even
5
I don't
times.
take them that seriously.
What? Man, the one time I need a tutorial, they don't give it to me. I guess it's clear enough. Just hit it when the thingy is over the glowing bit. Easy enough. Also, some stuff. Financial reports. Old copies of the Steambird, just toss them, they won't be useful. Hey, Steambird is a valued and reputable journalistic organization. Broken Detritus. Miniaturized personal recording device for experimental results. Well, he'll be happy to see that at least. Ooh, and there is an Oculus I haven't gotten yet. Is it remotely gettable, though, is the real question. Also, what are these guys? Looks like Frost and Electro. Neither of which I'm particularly good at fighting right now. It should be fine. Changing everything would, like, take effort. I can't have that. That would be respecting the content. Besides, Eula does mostly physical damage anyway. Ow. Rude. Where'd it go? Oh, you're over here. Hey. Don't sneak behind me. Thank you.
What do we have here?
It's a rug blueprint. Let's learn that immediately, huh? Alright, now where is the Oculus? It's behind this wall. That was really easy. Let's see, there might be something under the storage drums there. Is this pile of storage drum also Institute property? Just break it, it's fine. There seems to be really not anything of value here. It's time to move on, now that we've wasted your time. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed, huh? The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everyone's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking around storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say you were second only to Edwin himself. Eh? You're that powerful? It no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate enough to survive the project, and one of the culprits who turned the Central Laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write it down. Huh? Where's my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just now. Where did they go? You mean the one right behind you? Help! Yeah.
Hey!
We'll get to it
There is no escape!
Ow. Don't do that.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye.
Bonk. I missed the dialogue in the battle, but they said something about, well, anybody who can... I think Crony asked a question, and then the guy said, yes, well, anyone who can answer that is dead now, so... Too effing bad, basically.
More speed.
No-do-do. It's 3 o'clock. This is when I would be spending my resin, but...
More speed.
I'm in the middle of the quest. I don't want to stop yet. So I won't. Practically taking a tour of the place. Where are we going? That far, huh? Huh. That's a little surprising we're going that far. Okay. Whatever. I guess we'll just hoof it. This is taking quite a bit longer than I expected, mind. And if I don't spend my reason...
Crush!
There is a chance that the day will just roll over.
Shudder!
Well, I mean, there isn't really a chance that'll happen because it's not for, 2 hours, but still. I can lose track of time. That can happen. It's been known to happen, in fact. Oh, man. Especially when I'm in a new area full of puzzles I haven't done. Like this one. Where it's like, ooh, what if you cut the things here and broke open the chest? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do? Getting a chest? It would be a cool thing to do. Stuff! And enemies! And a Hydro-Oculus, which is under the water? Sure is. Under the water and in a cage. But how to get there? Well, there is this very obvious echoing conch thing, so... If I poke it, that'll reveal secrets, and then I use my echoey thingy to reveal said secrets. Okay, that secret was money. And while I approve of that secret in general, it wasn't the one I was looking for. It's just that down there, but that's like ungettable. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it has... this puzzle solution has something to do on the surface. With the mecha. Let's go ahead and grab this Numa block really quick.
Allow me!
Shine down! Touché!
Ow. Rude.
Beg for mercy. I condemn you!
Are you about to give me the tutorial on how this works? I feel like they are. And that'd be kind of funny. If they made a commission that didn't have a tutorial. nope, just no tutorial. Alright. Maybe I want somebody with a faster attack for this, actually. There we go. Can't help but notice that didn't solve the problem underwater. Is there like a cavern I'm not seeing that I could swim into? This thing? No, this is the Shrine of the Depths, which I do have a key for, so may as well. Sure do love the shrines where everything just goes right into my inventory. Those are my favorites. And these guys, you have to kill all of them within a short amount of time, as I recall. Pretty sure I need the squid bomb power here. You're the squid bomb power. Hello, squid bomb. Giving me a tutorial on it? Throw hat-shaped bomb that explode at your command. Hold the aim and place the Big Bang Hat Bomb, which is a stronger explosion and wider AoE, and press again after placing it to detonate it. You can hold and aim it. Okay. Okay, I need to get it in a more central location. That looks good. Yeah! Easy. Unlike this thing. Oh, there's just a way down. Okay. I didn't see the way down. I'm guessing I can just swim upwards? No. But where it be then? Like, I know the bubble beam can like hit secret things, but it doesn't appear to be working here. Doesn't appear to be any other way in either. Well, that's just confusing. Do I have to just hit that thing? And why are my shots going all over creation? Like, I want to hit the thingy. Why are my shots pulling so far to the right? Oh, there it goes. That was weird. Oh, hello. Oh, you're all angry. Okay. Well, that hurt. The blubber echo thing is not exactly what you would call a good for dodgy combat. But anyway, Oculus obtained. Huzzah! I just had to shoot through this thing, which it felt like that was the solution until, you know, all of my shots pulled wildly to the right. And then I was like, well, clearly that's not the solution. But it turns out my first instinct was correct, and I should have listened to it. Which just goes to show you, always listen to your instincts. What the heck is that thing? don't know. I assume this Oculus is like up there. Yeah, it is up there. Oh, it's in between it. Alright. Looks like we're going for a little climb. This is what I mean about I should probably spend my resin now before I forget. Because I'm very easily distracted when there's stuff to do. Should, however, get that teleports point while I'm over here. For sure, these uncertainties. Unless it's like just so high up in the sky, there's no possible way to get to it. Because that's certainly possible. Yeah, in fact, it's so possible, I think it's just what's happening. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I could go to the New Fontaine Research Institute. Just happen to be rapidly running out of patience for it, though.
Rest and rebuild.
As it turns out.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Take them. I have no need.
It's another furnishing blueprint. Can't wait for the Fontaine teapot to come out. That'll be lovely. I'll go on a new decorating spree, and it'll be fan-flippin-tastic, because I like decorating my teapot. It's cute. I super-duper love the Sumeru one, because I love the kind of Fey foresty aesthetic, and I had a grand old time getting all that stuff. I guess I'll walk to the Fontaine Research Institute for now.
More speed.
But then I'll spend Mora. Or not Mora. Resin. Yes. My brain's functioning correctly. It's fine. It's not like it's super duper late or anything. And I already streamed once today, so my throat and my brain are kind of tired. None of that's happening right now. Don't worry about it.
I see everything.
Shudder. Blood of frost. Eye for an eye.
Do you have to go so far away from your compatriot, my dude? I'd like to catch you both in my ult, but I guess not.
Beg for mercy.
Or my burst, I guess.
Shine down. Shudder. I can put these to good use.
Yoink. Yoink, yoink. Yoink.
More speed.
Artifact XP. I do wish they would make artifacts, like, better. I do not like how you have to farm them right now and just pray you get good stats.
Allow me.
It's not what I would call a good time.
Illusion shattered.
Or maybe I'm just...
Now you shall perish.
I mean, it is supposed to be, you know, a game where they do love their random number generator dependent things. Still, it's not like you can buy perfect artifacts, so I'm like, where's the hook? I guess it's just, probably has to do with just like, well, you know, so long as the person is playing the game, the likelihood of them spending money on it goes up, so we need to make sure we get them playing as often and as frequently as possible, which I guess, oh my, that one went really fast. Okay. Yeah, that one's zooming. Wow. Okay. I'm actually gonna have to time my strike really well. Okay.
but a momentary distraction.
Very brief skill challenge completed. Ooh, and an Oculus. 2 Oculus. Oh god. I need both of those. Because they exist near me. I can't just let an Oculus brazenly exist within my vicinity without collecting it. Granted, I don't know where the heck this one is. Never mind, it's like literally just right here, in between the bridge. Oculus get! Is that a Sealy? It is the Sealy. And another Oculus in that area. Okay, well, guess I'm back to getting distracted. Just gonna be like, oh, I'll just make a really quick trip over here, get the teleport point. It'll be nice and fast, and I'll get right to spending my resin. 3 hours later. I'm like, I haven't spent any of my resin. Oh god, what's happening? How are they gonna... Okay, yeah, well. I was about to say, how are they gonna fit a chest up here? And then it appeared right beneath my feet. Answering my question in the most hilarious fashion. Hello. Just a random treasure hoarder just kind of chilling. How you doing, man? Just chilling? You just chilling. You don't want to start something with me? I don't want to start something with you. Also, I don't need your insignias for anything, so I don't feel the need to randomly murder you. Ain't that nice? Isn't it great we can all peacefully coexist when I have everything I need? I feel like there's some kind of deeper metaphor for life stuck somewhere in that last statement, but I don't wanna think about it.
More speed.
Okay. Got 2 Oculus and nothing else popped up in my immediate vicinity, so I think I can actually just get the teleport point now. If I can, you know, if one can imagine such a thing. Doing the objective I set out to do half an hour ago. I can't imagine such a thing, so I don't know how you can imagine such a thing. Also, there's an Oculus over here.
More speed.
So I need to get that, clearly. Hello, Henry. Heinry? I don't know. You're something. You have a name, and you exist. That's as far as I'm going. The Oculus is up there. Looks like an easy enough climb. Oh, hi. Huh. That's slightly harder to get than I thought. And also there's a bow challenge here. Let me grab a bow character that I like. Tenari.
Let's go gather some samples.
Did I miss that one? I did not miss that one. Oh yeah.
Smells like something good is inside.
I could probably just glide over to that if I got high enough up. This'll do, probably. Yoink! Mine! Raimundo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Yes, everything's running according to the set orbit, Choizel. Round and round it goes without any errors. Error-free everything might be, I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Choizel, Mr. Raimundo? Ah, Naka, great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? Trust you've done as well. You've done as you always have. Complete your tasks to perfection. I have. Allow me to give you two a brief report. With Christie's assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. What? That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without use of any instruments? Goodness! Thank heavens! The entire Institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried about how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. I just picked it up.
Yeah, it felt like any other commission we'd done.
No, for you to retrieve an anchor at all is special enough as is.
Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Schwarzel?
Of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony.
I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Archeum energy flows, is there?
Energy flow? I mean, of course. It's necessary. It must exist as a technological means of preserving the...
What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Archeum energy flow after the explosion.
Certainly, obviously, the survey anchors are used for monitoring.
Miss Crony talks so fast, like a whopper flower spitting fireballs. Sure, we'll go with that. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion?
Yes, I was about to answer that question. This was an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. Yes, Miss Crony, I'm so delighted you've come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Choiseul that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we've recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we'll demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state.
By central laboratory, you mean that big building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that?
Blow it up just like before? Of course we won't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can activate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely.
But wasn't this device also within said ruins? Wasn't it also a work of Edwin Hastings' that used Archeum as its energy source? So based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up on this harmless Archeum project, yes?
You've been keeping up with what she's saying?
Nope, I just repeated her last sentence. Hey, have you been doing this to pretend you understand what's going on?
Maybe.
Anyway, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon.
If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road might be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is completely new and stable tri-state Archeum.
And how does that differ from normal Archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver.
I'm sure Miss Choiseul would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I have left Mr. Knacker hanging for too long, and that's really just impolite. I trust you've done everything we've asked, Mr. Knacker?
Yes, with Christie's help, everything couldn't have gone better. I feel like we went through this already.
Is this an adventurer who came for recruitment?
Knacker accounts to Raimundo everything had happened, emphasizing the amazing talent you displayed in retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touches on Crony's ironclad professionalism, as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Knacker's face, there seems to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter, or so you assume.
That is rare, extremely rare. I'm delighted you're applying to work for the Research Institute, Christie. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break.
Hundreds of years of bad luck. Interesting. Here's the documents I signed.
Leave them over there. Don't worry about them.
Huh? Aren't you going to look at them? We spent ages on them, and Mr. Tesnos also took them very seriously.
These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. As for you, however, I believe your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize, so let's leave them alone for now.
Filling out paperwork nobody reads. I thought we were playing this game to escape from real life. So you saying we passed the review?
Without a doubt, yes. I'll personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Knacker? Yes?
While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Miss Choiseul, how about you take Christie to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion, and all that's left is the data compilation. Well, at least everything is under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too. This reporter lady sure has good ears. She sure does.
Alright. Go elsewhere, get anchors. Appears to be our next quest. But this is a great time to spend my resin. So I'm gonna do that. The only question is what to do it on. If I spend all of my resin, I don't think I'll be complete the leyline deposits no matter what I do. I did my trounce domains this week. Could just do random bosses. But I don't really need any of them either. What to do? Is there a character I'd like to level up soon? Like, not really. Oh, hey, I got level 10 friendship with El Hatham. I forgot, because he was sitting in my teapot for ages. Sayu? Oh, I could actually just ascend you right now, huh? Marionette cores. I mean, I could. Alright. Why not? Even gives me a free wish. Maybe I'll go kill Magu, whatever his name is. Puppet guy. He hits hard. Anyway, let's spend the free wish while I have it. It's weapon XP. Amazing. It's not amazing.
The value of knowledge.
Not even remotely. Anyway, let's pop over to Inazuma and kill the puppet dude. I mean, I've already leveled Sayu to level 70. I shouldn't be just, you know, hanging around and not even collecting any materials. It seems rude. It's like I'm dangling a carrot in front of her face, being like, "Ah, you wanna get to level 90? Do you? Oh, just a few more boss kills, and then you'll get there. Oh, am I gonna do it today? Ooh, maybe I won't do it today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll never do it. Okay, this bit has gotten weird, so I'm gonna check how many precisely I need for the last level up. 10 of them. So theoretically, I could just get them all right now if I bang out 4 kills of this, one after the other, as long as I'm just not, you know, hideously unlucky and get 2 every time. But what are the odds? What are the odds indeed? Hello. Would love to hit you at some point.
Can't see.
Gosh, Tenari might actually be really nice for this because staying in melee range with this guy tends to be like really deadly. For this reason, time to use some iframes.
I condemn you.
Hey, don't vanish on me. I have to hit you to make my ult stronger. Ooh! Ow.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Yikes. That nearly got me.
To oblivion.
That would have been terrible. Ow. That was all of my health, sir. Very rude. Hey, we got 3. Good start. I only need to get 1 more 3, and then I'll have, then I'll be able to get all of them today. That'll be nice. I do have to wait 5 minutes in between kills, though. Boss enemies. I'm just going to click it. 2 minutes. What? Why? What? But why? I just popped it open. I don't understand. That's weird. Don't know what's up with that. Let's go turn in the quest we just did. Because I need Fontaine reputation. Because there's no way I will ever be able to get every treasure chest in Fontaine without the treasure compass. In fact, I kind of just want to get it as soon as possible so I don't have to make special trips to get the treasure chests. I'll just poke my thing. Oh, it's the world exploration progress. It wasn't a quest at all. Cool. I was wondering. I thought Mr. Nuviet's quest would count for it, but apparently it doesn't. Just very minorly odd. Alright. Cool. I guess I'll turn in my commissions. I didn't, like, do any of them. I just got it through Exploration XP, which is a nice change they had. If only it worked in co-op
Thank you
mode.
for completing.
An Animo sliver? You shouldn't have. He is up in 30 seconds. Alright. Because I gotta poke my gadgets a bit. While the bubble generator is adorable, it is not particularly practical. So I would like to swap it out for something. I mean, the wind-powered wind generator is pretty good. It lets you glide a little further, which has some practical use. So just put that
serves
on.
no purpose whatsoever.
Whoosh! Very theoretically fun. Alright, you're up. Time to hit navigate and head on over. And hopefully I won't get hit by his giant swirly attack and lose 80% of my carry's hit points. That'd be bad. Generally. It does make me want to just stay on Tanari and just snipe him for ever and ever until the end of time. Because that sounds a lot safer than standing in melee and getting hit by the absolutely massive whirlwind he does. But whatever. We'll just smack him around and it'll be fun.
Shine down. Shut up.
Yep, there goes. His whirlwind spin. See, boy, sure bet you're glad you went on melee, huh?
Flood of frost.
The attack. Nope. No going away. Took half my health there.
Eye for an eye.
Unfortunately. Uh-oh. Ow.
Let us cross swords.
Ow. I thought I dodged that. I didn't. Well, not well enough at least. Anyway, Eula basically just took all of her health worth of damage, so
One with the force.
I need to not let that happen again. Ow. Ow. Stop.
Allow me.
Doing this nonsense again. Ow. Again. I'm just playing really badly right now.
Illusion shattered.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Insolent.
Can't see?
That was almost embarrassing. Oh! Just a straight up gemstone, huh? That's, like, really rare. Like, super duper rare. Holy butts. That's amazing. That's like super amazing. Man. Streamer luck. Da, da, da. And once again, he responds in 2 minutes. Or possibly 3 minutes, depending on how the timer shakes out. That's weird. Did they reduce boss spawn timers and I didn't read that in the patch notes because I don't read the patch notes? These things could be true. Okay, what to do for 2 minutes? Can go back to Fontaine, just, you know, poke around. Let's run over to that teleport point. That'll kill 2 minutes. Probably. It'll definitely kill 2 minutes if I happen to notice some treasure chests or collectibles along the way, because then I'll have to be utterly distracted. Let's get a bunch of lumber while I'm moving. What's this stuff? Is that a hilly churl chilling with a squid? Okay. I've learned not to question these things. Alright, got a little Numa block here. Gonna shoot that thing. And that completes, that thing. Part 1 of 3, I guess. Wonder where the other 3 parts are. This is probably one. It's not. Then what did that do? I guess activated the energy block. Ooh, I could blow that up if I had a bomb. Let's do that. Oh, that goes very deep. Oh my, what? That's not how water works. That's not how water works at all. What? I did. Okay.
Shine down.
Thing that happened.
I'll uproot you.
Extinguish your shell. Your lava shell, sir. I kind of feel bad for smacking these crabs around. They don't. Ow. Never mind. I don't feel bad at all. Crabs are awful. I hate them.
What do we have here? More speed.
Thank God they added trinket hot swapping. It was so annoying before. Hi. Can I just poke you? I can just poke you. Hooray! Oh. Okay. I stumbled onto something. Whoa, who knew there was such a huge space under the water with storage devices too? Paimon doesn't have a clue what the device is for, but it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time and no one's been here either. Let's be careful. What have I gotten into? I just wanted the teleport point. The boss is back up already. peculiar. I'm going to do the boss. And I will get back to that.
Time to scout.
Alright. Alright, Puppet Man. It's time.
Rest and rebuild.
There is no escape. Crush. Vengeance will be mine.
I only dodged one of the hits, so I didn't lose just all of my hit points. That's nice. Ah.
Good grief.
Ow.
Shudder.
Good grief indeed.
Hold the line.
Ah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't appreciate it.
I hear everything.
Abuse iframes!
Beg for mercy.
Oh boy.
More speed.
Ow. Why do I even bother trying to dodge it? Kokomi, carry me. Carry me and my inability to dodge, but...
Flood of frost.
Hey, I got 3. Excellent. I am guaranteed to have enough next time I beat the boss. Absolutely fantastic. Alright. Now this time I will get the teleport point and not get distracted and find a secret underwater hidden laboratory. I mean, what are the odds of that happening twice, right? Probably pretty low, if I had to wager. Oh, hey, there's some boxes floating in the water. That means money. I like money. Lo-de-do. The other barrel's underwater? Well, that's odd. How am I supposed to get them without blowing myself up? It might be just, you don't. It might just be the answer. Guess I could have gotten that guy's power, but, you know. There was no time. There was a time limit. Couldn't think about what I was doing.
I can put these to good use.
That's absurd. Still want to know where the other 2 bits to this thing are. Oh, hi. That's another bit, isn't it? Probably. Oh, and there's the other bit. Okay, I found where the other 2 bits are. All it took was looking with my eyeballs. Isn't that funny? It's amazing how many problems looking with your eyeballs solves. Oh, there's a 4th. What a tease. Alright. Where's the last pine? Oh, there's an underwater one. That's really convenient, and I wish I'd noticed that. Does Elemental Sight tell me where the fourth one is? Not really. Oh, it's just right there. Okay, well. Once again, plan just look with your eyeballs forehead comes through in the clutch yet again. What's this thing? Oh, you're a duck. Hello, duck. Lo-do-do-do. Okay, I did it. Mission accomplished. Teleport point get. Also, there's a treasure chest here. I now must acquire.
Illusion shattered.
Lest I forget its existence. Where did the treasure hunters come from?
More speed.
What a pity for them. They got in between me and treasure chests. I have the right to it, unlike them, because... reasons. Hey, what's up, Diggs? I am just spending my resin. I might complete the quest I was on after I finish that, but I am not sure. Here to get drops, I assume. Well, I'm happy to help. Hello, Bagu Kenki. Let's duel! Again. Oop, that was the wrong button.
Freeze to the core. I condemn you.
I really want to dodge that, but I also want my ult to go off and absolutely wreck his face. So, you know.
Allow me. Shine down.
I can only have one of these things, and I would rather have my ult wreck his face than have any health left, I guess.
Illusion shattered.
Covenant of the Deep. Rest and rebuild.
Can't see?
Ow. Rude.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
I'm really glad he didn't teleport away when I hit my ult there. Easy enough. And that's all the mats I need. I did my resin for the day, which is excellent. I guess I can continue the Fontaine quest line now. Nothing is stopping me, apart from not wanting to do it right now. Oh my god, what is all this? I guess there's 3 different anchors. Retrieve the remaining anchors. Oh, that's not... okay. Retrieve the anchor in the Institute dormitories. I think that was the one I was on, yeah. Let's go do that. Before I decide to wrap the stream up. I might not be doing this whole quest, given how long these road quests can take. But maybe, we'll see. Probably not. My throat hurts. Anyway, here's these weird floating hydro pylons, which I need to affect with hydro for a long amount of time to get them to light up. And sometimes they unlight up. Okay. There we go. It worked. I was worried I'd have to start hitting
So
them with
this is the
Hydra
thrill of
to make it
adventure.
work.
Let's
But I didn't. That's nice. There's this guy. Just gonna chill there, I guess. I'm fine with that. Another bit of Numa thing. The nearby Archite energy block. Guess we'll just do that while we're here. Do this cute little timing challenge that they didn't tutorialize at all. Yoink! Excellent.
Take them. I have no need.
Treasure! What's this stuff? Lumitoil. I don't think I've ever picked up one of those. How curious. Just random money boxes. I approve of random money boxes. I like money, as it turns out. Those guys don't appear to be protecting a chest or anything, so it's, since they don't have anything I want, I'll do the live and let live thing. But only because they don't have anything I want right now. For now. Oh, there's some Fatui over there. Well, once I poke the teleport point, I'll probably just go over there and smack them around a bit. Also, how did I get this far off of the lab ruins? I don't know. Probably because this is my first time going through this zone.
I've been waiting.
Allow me.
Okay. Ow. Hey.
Flood of frost.
This is a new Fontaine person. Oh, you put on your fire shield. That's rude.
Beg for mercy.
I fixed it.
I can put these to good use.
Lo-de-do. What's this thing? Operative Standard Pocket Watch. What did I just kill? The Frost Operative. An elite Fatui special agent who can manipulate cryo in battle. In combat, they'll use the Hunt Down skill to attach a life bond to characters they hit. While that's active, the character will take continuous damage, and Hunt Down will deal more damage to them. Well, that sounds
Knights and
dangerous.
aristocrats share the
I'm
same
glad I killed
cultural
it before
heritage.
any of that came into
But the
being.
knights had enough sense to do away with all the
That could have been like
superfluous
bad
detail.
or something. Sir, you appear to be stuck stepping on stairs. Let me fix that for you.
Beg for mercy.
I guess this is it. Well done.
Hold the line.
You need to hurry up.
Hey, don't get out of my water thingy. You're making it harder to break your fire shield.
Beg for mercy. What do we have here?
Alright, we finally found the dormitories. Let's continue the quest. There's an Oculus and Fatui. More Fatui. Boy, they're just all over the place here, aren't they?
More speed.
Alright, well, you know, guys.
Rest and rebuild.
Crush. Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye.
It's very unfortunate I had my elemental burst up for you. Not that it got a chance to activate at any point. This console is unusable. There's probably a way to power it up elsewhere. Also, I should go down to where the quest says I should go to. Oh. Is this where researchers spend their downtime? Is this even humane? Has the Fontaine Research Institute ever considered making renovating this place a priority? There should be a survey anchor here, just like Mr. Crony implied. This place needs renovation, and the power supply is very limited, or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Crony's questions, I'll leave the job of recovering the survey anchor to you, Christy. Thanks, bruh. Sure do love everything being left up to me. This battery looks like it's Numa aligned. So I need to find a Wisa thingy, or get out a Wisa character, and fix that. But I haven't... There it is. Here's a Wisa block. Realign yourself. Excellent. Turn that on, and then I have this thing. An unused energy block. Okay. I assume I take it in here. What if I activate this thing? Oh. I see. Do I just... I don't just place it down next to it and it'll power it up, right? That feels silly. That feels like that's not how technology should work. So many lore books that I have very little interest in. Well, let's try it. Just yoink that power and... Can't turn the camera any further. Why can't I turn the camera any further? Where's the...
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Eula, please stop. Huh. How does one poke that camera without a different thingy? I know! I think. What if I just drop it over there? Okay. Yoink the power from there, shove it in there. And now I can move the power cell that is powered once I remember where it is. Here we go, yoink. And we'll just drop it right here next to that. Hey, and that powers it up. I'm a genius, and I got the anchor. But first, we're gonna poke this thing. Because I want to know what this says. Cipher letter 4. Telehard scribbled cipher letters all over the place. Why am I not surprised? He even erased the formula for purifying solvent Butor left behind. Thanks to him, all our project funding requests have been rejected. Guess it's time to kiss my bright future goodbye. Not only is there no place for traditional clockwork mecha research in the Fontaine Research Institute, there's no place for me as well. I probably should try to secure a job at the Fortress of Maripede. I'm sure they need engineers there. I'm just kidding. There's no way I'm going there. I heard they don't even have any windows. Decided to do something out of the goodness of my heart. Although Butor is no longer here, I've recreated the formula for the purifying solvent based on the information he left behind. I'll record the formula here, so anyone who sees this is able to use it to create the solvent and erase all the nonsense that Telehard wrote. The formula is as follows. The text below has been removed. Cool. Is that actually all I get from this? It sure does seem like it. Well, okay. Precious chest, though.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
Like that. Let's grab the anchor. And get ourselves a-going. Although, there is an Oculus nearby? Maybe it's up another level or something. Because I sure don't see the ability to do anything else in here. Nor do I see an Oculus. Where did they go? Guys? Guys? Guess they went really far away. Well, whatever.
More speed.
Can I? I can't drag that energy cell all the way up here, right? That'd be nuts. That'd be completely nuts. And I'm gonna try. 'Cause I don't see any other way into that thing. Oh, it's not vanishing. It's not vanishing. It was the correct thing. Oh my god. My Oculus. Num num Oculus. Delicious. Since there's a teleport point here, obviously I'm going to get it before I leave. Yep. There we go. Up. Bah. Beautiful. Hey. There's some stuff around here, but I kind of just want to do the quest and stop. My throat still hurts. I've been talking too much. I'm tired.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by claim.
The streamer's bad at self-care, and they're mispronouncing a whole bunch. It's kind of funny, but also sad. Yeah, it also doesn't feel like this quest is going to wrap up anytime soon, given that this next part is in 3 different parts. Ugh. I think I'll collect the anchor from here and then just, like, call it a stream.
More speed.
Let my throat recover a bit. Defeat all the Gardamex. I mean, if you insist.
Can't see? Sir.
Oh.
Torn to oblivion.
Hold the line.
Beg for mercy. Blood of frost. I condemn you.
That was an extra one. Isn't that funny?
More speed.
That almost looked like I could do something with it. It's another unusable console. Some more unusable consoles. And a cutscene. Should be a survey anchor too. I'll open the door and leave the recovery to you. Oh. Thanks, I think. Oh, yep. Hi. Okay. Well, guard mechs. What were we expecting?
Illusion shattered. Shudder.
Boop. Didn't actually want to activate that. I wanted to loot. Because, you know, loot. Loot, loot, loot. Must allow my inner loot goblin to exist. There's 2 cameras in here. Guess I'll activate the one that lets me activate the other one.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous
That
detail.
one. Okay. I also noticed this pile of rocks looks awfully suspicious. Yeah. gotta get that Wisa block up there. Smack this here. Here we go. Now the puzzle makes sense. So we can just go into this thing. Beep. Grab the energy from that, go into this thing. Then shove the energy into that.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh.
Poke this thing, and we're in. And there's more guard mechs. Hello. You're not hostile. Why are you hostile? That's odd. Huh. Also, more furnishing
I can put
blueprints.
these to good use.
Ooh, a couch. A very pretty couch. That's nice. Again, cannot wait to make a nice setup for a Fontaine teapot. You guys are going to activate it the second I pick this up, right? Yeah.
Allow me. Shine down.
I mean, we all saw that coming. Ow, hey.
Vengeance will be mine. Rack and ruin.
Let us cross swords.
Ow, stop sniping me.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Rude. I was using that health. I needed it to live.
I can put these to good use.
And they vanished again. Okay. No, good job, Christy. Glad you beat those mecha. They look dangerous, and it looks like they hurt you a
More
bit.
speed.
Sure glad you're on our side. Good job. Super good job. Oh, none of that. And this thing still is inactive. Oh, hi, Tao. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the good job. I spent my resin, unfortunately. Oh, hi. Sir.
Keep up. Shine down.
There's an energy block up there. It needs to be activated by Numa. Numa. Yay. There we go. And then I'll grab the energy out of that. Can't get there. Must swap camera.
If you press a leaf
Still
between
can't
dry
get
sheets
there.
of paper, you can make an attractive and
Wait.
handy bookmark.
Then how? What? What? Do I pick that one up or something? No. Can't pick it up. Duh. Also, there's like some kind of shielded thing over there. That's weird. I don't see any other parts to this puzzle. Can't turn pan camera any further. Still can't pan the camera enough. And with this camera, I can't even, like, look at a different camera or leave. It's very odd. Can I pick this up? I can pick it up. Okay, that explains a lot. There we go. Problem solved. Just gonna drop that. Poke it. Get treasure. Be happy.
Smells like something good is inside.
Ah, the little dopamine hit every treasure chest gives me. Delicious. Alright, well, this quest is going to go on for too long, and my throat hurts. I'm gonna call it here. It's been a long night of streaming, and I'm good with stopping it for the moment. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon, Tayo, and yeah, this will go up on YouTube. Next stream's on Tuesday, unless something strange happens on Monday. So maybe I'll see you then, maybe not. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.